On my last video, I was talking about what happened in Fallout. If you haven't seen it, you can go check it out on my main channel. But if you already had watched it or you don't want to watch it, let me summarize that video for you. That video is basically me yapping about me wants Fallout to be made into another type of video game genre like FPS Multiplayer, MMORPG, or PvP co-op shooter, because I believe that Fallout as a franchise has a capability to do it. I mean, they already did it before, but I want them to do it right, you know? I want them to use another type of video game genre and use it to make or to tell another type of story or another type of feeling in Fallout franchise. All of the main Fallout games always make you feel like a protagonist, right? You go do that, you go do this, you go la-di-da-di-da, adventure, la-di-da-di-da, exploring, looting, shooting, meeting new people, doing quests, try to learn, try to figure out what is going on around me, la-di-da-di-da. I don't care what you're talking about. You always like a protagonist. You're wandering around, doing things that you are interested in. But what if I just want the game to be about, you know, that guy? What if I want a game to make you feel like a soldier, a cannon fodder, fighting on the front line, die for what they believe in? Ladies and gentlemen, I present you my idea for FPS Multiplayer Fallout. In the Fallout universe, they have many factions, and with that many factions, of course they're gonna want to kill each other, cause at the end of the day, as long as there are 2 people left on the planet, someone gonna want someone dead, because war never change. There are many conflicts in Fallout universe, but I think it's safe to say that the most well-written and most well-known conflict between 2 factions in the Fallout universe is a war between New California Republic and the Caesar Legions, which also gonna fit perfectly with my idea about FPS Multiplayer Fallout. Why? Well, remember what I said earlier? I want a game that make me feel like a cannon fodder, a soldier, fight and die for what they believe in. So yeah, I think they're gonna fit perfectly with that idea, cause I don't want it to be just Call of Duty clone. I don't want it to feel like an arcade shooter feel-ish. I don't want it to feel too casual. And I don't want it to be much like a action movie like. I don't know how to actually describing the feeling that I want it to be. So what I did was I looking on the list of FPS multiplayer games that I have played and try to find which that I can use as example and possibly give me an inspiration and an idea for its gameplay. And I found 3 perfectly games that will probably be suitable and fit for the FPS multiplayer Fallout. Here is what FPS multiplayer game that I want to intimidate. If you look at these 2 games, you are probably thinking, huh, that's kind of work. But what about this one? We will get to that later. So let's start with the biggest and most well-known than the other, Battlefield 1. If you don't know anything about Battlefield 1, do yourself a favor by go watching Battlefield 1 official trailer, which came out 8 years ago and had over 73 million views. Also, after you watch it, go check those Battlefield 1 no HUD, no commentary video that had over like 9 million views, and another one that have 2 million views, and another here you know what, let me show them to you right now. Shout out to these lovely people, by the way. I will also put their work as link in the description, so here you go. What did you think? Cool, right? God, what happened to this fucking fan shop? Anyway, that is what I want it to be. That is what I want. That is what I'm looking for. A Fallout game that let me play as a regular soldier on the field, not a war hero, not an action hero. Just a good old regular people fight and die while the chaos happens around them almost non-stop at all times. Meanwhile, when the time is calmer, you still need to be at your toe, cause you might not know when you will get ambushed by the enemy team. This, however, the ambush by the enemy did not happen a lot when I was playing Battlefield 1, but it happened quite a few times when I was playing Red Orchestra 2 and Rising Storm, both 1 and 2. Personally, I think these two games are good examples and can be a good inspiration if you want to make a FPS multiplayer game that is chaotic fun and can make you feel like a normal soldier going to war, which I think will, like I said again, will fit perfectly with the idea of playing as NCR soldier or Caesar legionaries, especially if they are like a new recruit or a low-rank soldier. I want them to feel like that. I want to feel like this, this is good shit. More Battlefield 1 and less like Battlefield 2042. Okay, enough with the feeling, the theme, the tone. Let's get to the part that actually matters the most in video game. The gameplay. Now this is the hard part for me because first of all, I'm not a video game developer, and second, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I'm just a casual gamer, so what I think sound fun for me might not be sound fun for other people. So something I say in this part might make the game sound like this game will be really grindy, very unbalanced, or worst of all, not fun at all. Well, please leave a comment down below, share your thoughts, your ideas, so I can maybe improve and make a part 2 with you, the viewers, if this video ever gonna get up viewers. Anyways, this game will be battle between two teams, or in this case, it will be two factions, NCR and Caesar Legions. You're gonna choose between playing as a regular NCR trooper and a recruit legionary, or Prime legionary. Each team will have a maximum of 32 players, so it will be 32 versus 32, which means 64 players per server like in Battlefield. At first I wanted it to be 100 players, but it might be too chaotic and hard to manage, so 64 players it is. But unlike Battlefield, there is no class system. Players will have their own loadout that they can customize. However, some weapon, gadget or tools are gonna be designated by faction. Example, an NCR service rifle will not be available for Caesar Legion. Same with a throwing spear. A throwing spear will be available for Caesar Legion only. However, if you are a Caesar Legion player that also want to use an NCR service rifle, or just want to use another weapon on whatever faction, you have to earn it. You have to earn it through progression system. This game will have two progression systems. The first one will be progress with experience, right? Like any other normal game. You will unlock more things for each faction. This progression system will not separate. Example, when you reach level 10, you will unlock both 12.7mm submachine gun for the Legion and 10mm submachine gun for the NCR. The second one will be progress with kill count. This kill count progress system will let you unlock weapons for one faction to be used in another faction. This will separate between factions. Example, you as a Caesar Legion player want to use NCR service rifle, you have to, well, let's see. You have to kill 100 NCR player to unlock it, and it will only count when you are playing as the Legion. Killing 100 Legion player while playing as NCR will not unlock it. It will unlock something else, like a throwing spear, I guess. Now why did I decide this two progression system? Why did I decide it like this? Why not just let player use whatever weapon on whatever faction they want? Well, it's because I still want player to feel like an NCR trooper or Caesar Legionary at first, but when the times go on, battle after battle, you are getting stronger. Imagine this, okay? You are a recruit legionary or prime legionary. You kill over 100 NCR trooper, and you know that you are stronger and better. So you pick up the NCR service rifle from their cold dead hand, and you use it just to mock them, to let them know that the weapon that they use is to try to kill you. Now we'll kill them instead. This probably goes against the law. I don't think recruit legionary is allowed to do that, but come on, I think it's kind of cool, right? Moving on, like I said earlier, player can customize their own loadout, but some weapon, gadget or two will be locked. But you can unlock it by going to this two progression system that I mentioned earlier. However, that's not it. You can also customize something else, and I don't know what I should be calling it. So remember that I said there's no class system like Battlefield? Well, actually there is, but it's not a class system like Battlefield. It would be more like a Star Wars Battlefront. Okay, let me explain. So there is no assault class, medic class, recon class. There's none of that stuff. You have to only play as NCR trooper or Caesar Legionary with a loadout of your choice at the start of the game, but later on you start to get a couple kills, do some objective, you start to get a point, and like in Star Wars Battlefront, you can spend those points to choose to play as elite or hero class, like Ewok. So instead of that, it would be something like NCR Ranger or Centurion. I took this class system from Star Wars Battlefront because it will make the game be more dynamic. At the start, everyone was a regular soldier, a normal trooper, a cannon fodder, and later on, reinforcements start to arrive. Special unit, elite unit, all that stuff. And also this class system will encourage players to be good at the game. I'm not just talking about good at killing, but also good at doing objective. And when players doing good, the game need to reward them by letting them spend their point to be more powerful, to make them do objective better or helping team better, carry them to victory, improve their moral, Imagine again, okay? Imagine this. I know I talk about imagine a lot. Imagine this. You were playing as a regular NCR trooper, right? And your team start to losing. But then someone on top of the scoreboard decide to lock in as NCR veteran ranger, and your team start to winning. Personally, if something like that happen in a team-based game, it's always make me feel amazing. It will feel incredible, especially if it was you that carrying the team. Anyway, the customization. Almost forget. Yes, you can customize your elite class. They will have their own loadout. They will have their own arsenal as well. And the class system, the menu will not look like Star Wars Battlefront. In fact, it might not have a menu at all. Instead, it will be in your loadout. You have to pick at least 3 or 5 elite or special class. And for example, when you have 100 points, you can easily press one button to be that class instantly. Not instantly, you need to be out of combat first. I guess this is more like a kill streak system from Call of Duty, but I never played Call of Duty, so I don't know. To be honest, this whole special class, elite class, I don't even know that it was a good idea really, but I have these ideas. I design like this because I don't want you don't want to see your whole team playing NCR Veteran Ranger the whole lobby, and everyone just being cyber, sit on the back and not doing objective and helping team. So I designed this card system to encourage people to, to make those people earn it. Alright, next one, the game mode. This one is easier to explain than the last, I hope. 3 main mode: Conquest, Attack and Defend, and last but not least, Campaign mode. The first two is easy to understand if you are a gamer. Conquest, 2 teams try to capture each objective, point A, point B, point C. Attack and Defense, I mean, it's in the name, one team defends, the other attack. Now the last one, Campaign mode. This is not to be confused with story mode, because this is not a story mode. It will be more like an operation mode from Battlefield 1 and multiplayer campaign mode from Red Orchestra 2, which is where this FPS Multiplayer Fallout campaign mode is inspiring from. I tried to combine these 2 modes from different games together, and here is what I came up with. On multiplayer campaign mode, 2 teams have to fight each other to gain control over a territory, which means it will spanning on multiple maps, which also means the game will not end in one round. On the first round, it will start like a normal conquest mode on a random map. 2 teams try to capture and hold each objective as much as they can, and when the match has ended, on the next round it will change to be attack and defend mode. The team that's lost the first round, the last round, will be the defender, and the team that have won will be the attack, and they got to vote for the next maps. Also, I almost forgot to mention the points. Remember the points? The point the player earned on the first round will also be carried to the next round, so that means player can immediately start as elite card or specialist card. In the second round, if the attacker wins again, the game will end. But if the attacker lost, next round they will be defender instead, and the defender will be the attacker, and also got to vote for the next maps. And the game will go on like this until one team won a total of 3 rounds, 3 victories. First, that means in the single multiplayer campaign mode, the game can last for 5 rounds in total. To put it in simple, if you win 2 times in a row, you win. If not, then you have to win 3 times first. And that's it. I hope I explained all of it correctly and you understand it correctly. Ah man, English is hard. And if you are wondering about the map, I mean, it will be just an iconic location from Fallout New Vegas, like Hoover Dam, Novak, the Fort, Camp Golf, that got converted and improved to fit FPS multiplayer game, or maybe another place outside Fallout New Vegas, a place that we had never seen before, but it have to be in law, right? As long as it not break the law too much, the fan will be happy, right Todd? Right? Anyway, I think that's it. If you have a better idea or want to improve this idea of mine, this FPS Multiplayer Fallout game idea, feel free to do so. And if you like this video, please like and share it with other people to see if you want to. And if you also want to see more of me yapping, hey, subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video when it came out.